what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. Okay, so tonight I have TashaK on the line. She's going to be going over some of the rumors, some of the things that's been being said about her Star Marie and Cardi B interview. Before I get this interview started, I just want to give a quick disclaimer. Me and TashaK are not beefing. We are two grown women who can respectfully agree to disagree. I addressed my feelings on the way she went about the interview and certain other things in my other live video. We talked about it on live. My feelings still stand, however. We grown, we can agree to disagree, and that's just what it is. In this video, I'm going to go over all of the rumors, all of the things that people are saying about her, and I want to kind of hear her side on how she feels about, you know, Cardi B's friends speaking up and all of those things like that. She also provided receipts, more receipts than she had in her initial receipt video that I didn't hear or I didn't know about prior, and I'm going to dive into all of that. But before I jump into this interview and let Tasha spill what she feels about this or that, I want to give a shout out to a singer on YouTube by the name of Sonya Lene. She has a channel where it's shaped around music, marriage, family, and lifestyle. I want you guys to be sure to check it out. She has musical covers where she's singing and things like that. So I want you guys to head on over to her channel and check that out. And her link to her channel will be in the description below. And I have a link above in the card on this video that you can click on also and check her channel out. But without further ado, let's jump into this interview and let's hear what Miss Tasha has to say about all of the things that has been circulating around this interview. Lego. All right, so we are now recording and on record. I just want to ask your permission to use your recording for my YouTube channel to talk about some of the things that is going on. So I just want to ask your permission.
Yes, you have my permission.
And right now we have TashaK, sorry. TashaK. I'm asking TashaK her permission.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Okay. And there has been a lot going on surrounding this interview with Star Marie, and I want to talk to her, ask her a few questions, and I want to first welcome her to the chat or the conversation.
Hey, hey, how you doing?
Hey.
I'm excited to be here and answer the questions. I know I'm under fire, so let's go.
Yes, you were like public enemy number one. I had a video where I was like, this ain't like, so it's like all these videos that have been made about you. And one of the videos, before I get into like what Cardi B's friends have said and ask you questions about Star Marie, there's one particular question that I want to ask about. There's being speculation that somebody made you to where you are and that, you know, they put you on the map with 100K subscribers or something like that.
Okay, I think I know who you're talking about. No, nobody put me on the map with 100,000 subscribers. The only people that helped me to get to where I am in the beginning was like Clark Howard and a lot of other radio personalities. But as far as my channel, my winos and sippers know, I put in work. And so for someone saying that they built me and that I begged them to do a story to get me to 100K, that is false. All of my Steve Harvey stories were done by April of 2017. I hit 100,000 October of 2017.
Okay.
So I don't understand how somebody could just take credit for all of my hard work and my comedy and my research and my equipment and no, just stop. Okay.
Okay, so now
try again. Make it make sense, please. Make it make sense. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've seen some stuff and I was just like, whoa, hold up, it's a lot going on. Like this angle, that angle, this angle, it's a lot.
I mean, you have work relationships. It's just like project management, you know, when you're dealing with each story. Each story is a project to me. And so once that project serves its purpose, your work relationship is done. So, and that's exactly what happened after my work relationship was done with those that were involved with my Steve Harvey commentary. So for them saying that they took my channel to 100K, I mean, make it make sense. Okay.
Okay, so enough about that, and let's get into this whole Star Marie interview. You had the interview, and there are a lot of allegations made in the interview, not by you, but the interviewee, Star Marie.
Yeah.
Since you made the interview, Cardi B sent you a cease and desist that you have now said that the cease and desist, you said it wasn't real, or...
It just wasn't properly. In other words, yes, it was a fake cease and desist. It was a scare tactic. It wasn't properly filled out with the correct information, and so it was basically addressed to anybody. Yes, it had my email, but who was it addressed to? And so I put the cease and desist out on my Instagram, one with Tasha. And you'll see for yourself. It just has my email. So who is the cease and desist really for? So it was something that, after my attorney looked at it, saw that somebody from her team drafted. It did come from Cardi B's management team, and they ended up CCing the lawyers in the email. So that's why it wasn't signed. It wasn't addressed to anybody because they don't properly know how to fill out a cease and desist. So yes, it was bogus. And I wiped my ass with it. And even if it was real, I would have still proceeded with my content because nobody tells me who in the hell I can interview and who I can't. So it is what it is.
Okay. And so since that cease and desist, basically in the paperwork, it had something along the lines of they pretty much were letting you know, if you keep it up, we're going to pursue more actions. Have they came against you with more legal actions, more paperwork? Are they telling you
No.
we're going to take this further, or is just left at the cease and desist?
It was just left at the cease and desist, and my attorney hasn't heard from anything, and hasn't heard from anybody, and I haven't heard from anybody. So it was a scare tactic. They did the same thing to the Shade Room, and other bloggers. So yeah, nothing. It was just bullshit. Okay,
so off of that, and so I have a question about Star Marie. And basically, in the interview, you said that you believed her. At the time that she had done your interview, she hadn't yet done other interviews. And at that time, your stance, and I don't know if your stance has changed, but at that time, your stance was, she was believable. You didn't think that, she was trying to be an opportunist. And you felt like her story had a lot of merit. Do you still believe that now? Being that she started to do other interviews, she started to reach out to other people, it started to turn into something where it looked like more than just her trying to give her story?
I do think she's only done one other interview, and that was on the same day. That was Hip Hop and Swimspin. I mean, she's gotten a lot of hits. A lot of people want to talk to her, so it wasn't just me. And so she said she didn't want to talk to a lot of people. I've only seen one interview. So, I mean, and that particular platform does have more subscribers than I have. So, of course, it would be smart for her to reach, more people if she can with her particular story. Do I believe that she's telling the truth somewhat? Yes. Do I believe some aspects of the story were exaggerated? Yes. But, I mean, Cardi said in the beginning that, she didn't know her. Her position changed, though I did know her. We worked together. Her friends came out and said that Cardi was the only person that fucked with her and took up for her in the club, and they had a relationship and they never liked her. So I mean, both of them were telling the truth, and both of them were, pretty much telling, lies. Nobody was really there,
right?
But as far as my position, my job was to just get her side of the story. I offered Cardi B a chance to come on and tell her side, and she jumped in my inbox and wanted to shut down the interview. She declined, and so now we're here. She's the only one that can put an end to this. This is a relationship that she had with this woman, and to what extent, I don't know. I do know it was confirmed by her makeup artist that they did live together for a short time, and Cardi is just afraid to be affiliated with her because she's, I guess, allegedly mentally ill or something like that. I didn't get that because of the personal things that I know about stars and the things that I saw, and I can't, really mention those right now. But I do know for a fact that, she has her shit together. So, and I'll just leave it at that. So, at the end of the day, I have, people can believe what they want. I personally believe some aspects of her story. Now, the herpes, I haven't seen Cardi B with any sores or anything like that. I don't know if Cardi B has herpes. Does her vagina stink? I have no idea. I haven't smelled it, nor do I want to. Is she a nasty person? I don't know. I mean, I have personally seen, Cardi B do music videos before her fame. I think there was one in particular where she was taking a bath in a bathtub, and
you're talking about
bathtub was dirty.
That was on Love and Hip Hop. That was on Love and Hip Hop.
I think it was on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, that was on one of the things on Love and Hip Hop.
And of course, she posted pictures from her house. I get it, having a new baby. We see pictures, we see things in the background. It's not easy to keep, a kept house with having kids inside. So I'm just saying what I've seen. So do I know her personally? I don't know. But this is this woman's story. She has a right to tell her story. She did have a relationship with Cardi B. To what aspect? Nobody will really know, because Cardi says one thing, comes back and says another, but won't get the shit. And so here we are.
Right. Okay, so I want to ask you about the friend. So the makeup artist said that she lived with her, and there was a lot of people talking about this receipts aspect. Your video where you posted receipts. Do you have? Well, I didn't see personally. She said that she did live with her, or was it? Because I seen a video where it was on daytime tea time where
and I gave her the full full conversation, because I had a direct conversation.
Okay,
with 2 out of the 3 women of Cardi friends.
Okay, so on daytime tea time, they had all of the receipts, and you told her, she lived with her, blah, blah, and I didn't see her ever say no. So was it solely her just not saying no that, you said, hey, this is proof, or just because of the, she helped her out?
Well, she pretty much, I can't remember. She jumped in my inbox or I jumped in hers. I do know she was having conversations with Star before I talked to her. And Star sent me the screenshot, and she said, hold on, I'm quoting right now. Let me pull up exactly what she and I'll send you these so that you can post them in your video too.
Okay.
So let me pull up the text messages between me and Star. And this is how I came to know about the makeup artist, because the makeup artist reached out to Star.
Okay.
So all right. So Star's telling her, I only danced 3 years.
Okay, so before TashaK reads off these receipts, and mind you, these are receipts that I had not heard prior to doing this interview. Before she reads them off, I want to give another shout out to a musical singer by the name of Sonya Lene. Be sure to go over to her channel and let her know that Neek at Night sent you. You can check out the link to her channel in the description below. She has musical covers, and she has lifestyle, marriage, and family videos that you want to be sure to check out. And again, let her know that Neek at Night sent you. But without further ado, let's hop back into this interview and hear what is going on, honey. Here goes.
Okay, so Star's telling her, I only danced 3 years. 3 years out of my entire life. My son got taken away because of my case, not because of my parenting, which are facts. She wasn't a bad parent. She just did something in front of some other children and ended up losing her child because of an act that took place in front of other people's kids.
Okay.
So the makeup artist came back and said, Cardi was nothing but good to you. You're good to you. So sad what jealousy does. You are fucking crazy. Who would want to deal with a crazy person? If everyone says the same thing about that girl, it's probably best you take a look in the mirror. And then Star comes back and says, no, she was not. Girl, I don't really even know you like that truthfully, okay? And after the guy fucked with me, this is Star talking.
Okay.
And after the guy fucked with me and not her, I didn't take the money. She started the beef. The makeup artist comes back and says, you a grown woman. That girl ain't trying to get you to sell your fucking pussy. You like 17 years older than Cardi, trying to seek attention. What is the purpose? That's what I'm trying to understand. Okay, so she came to Cardi's defense and Star's, and these were text messages.
Right, okay.
So she goes on to say, I do not care what you say. This is Star talking. I do not care what you say or hear. Her and I both know how she did me. And the world knows now. But to keep it buck, I'm off papers now, and I won't be running. And then the makeup artist comes back and says, at the time she was 20, taking care of your 35-year-old ass. Hold on. Okay, she sent me that screenshot twice. Let me leave off. Okay, this is Star talking. And I always didn't want no trouble back then. He never took care of me. And then the makeup artist comes back and says, girl, you ain't nobody. And then Star says, sorry for that. If you say so, okay, go do Rihanna and Nicki's makeup too. They can change your life. And then the makeup artist comes back and says, stop prostitute and get mentally help that can change your life. And then she says, but yet y'all still want to, this is Star talking. But yet and still y'all want to dick ride her in her nasty ways. I've been had my son back. This is still Star talking. 1 month before I left food. I only danced 3 years out of my entire life, okay? Yep, that was the end of that conversation between them. The makeup artist said, you know, that was just the end. So I'll send you that.
Did you have, I don't remember that in your video. You had that in your video?
I gave it to Daytime Tea Time, the scroll, but I put in what the makeup artist told me personally, and not told Star.
Because that's what I seen. I seen the one where you said, I mean, well, you had the screenshots between you guys. I seen the Daytime Tea Time one. I don't remember that. Maybe she probably flashed it on screen.
But this is a personal conversation between the makeup artist and Star, basically confirming Cardi did help her out.
Oh, okay.
Why are you so jealous? You know what I'm saying? So it's just, this story started with the narrative. Now, Cardi said she didn't know the girl. Now her friends are coming back saying that, yeah, she did fuck with her. And so everybody's wondering if this girl is lying. Well, she didn't lie about living with Cardi B. She didn't lie about, you know, her wanting to move in with Cardi B because she was living in a hotel, working at a strip club. Everybody confirmed that. She said that Cardi had the lease already, so it was a win-win situation. And now that her friends have pretty much been caught slipping up, trying to protect their friends, and now they're trying to correct it to make it seem like, oh, well, she's just crazy and nobody really fucked with her like that, and she was taking money from under the chairs, but nobody remembers why somebody punched somebody in the face. It's just like, who's really telling the truth? Because everything that Star says, they're confirming. But nobody just wants to believe her because it's their favorite rapper. But the question was, she didn't know Cardi. She made it up. These screenshots says that she knew Cardi. That was proved to be Photoshop. You know, there's 2 different dates. And then it doesn't even show on the video from the blog page, the supposed exposing page, the entire screenshot when you're scrolling the video. So it's like, is this the one that you guys are going off of? Or are we going off of the people that Cardi basically said, these are the only people she fucked with, and then her makeup artist, somebody that doesn't have a dog in this fight, you know, came in to confirm that Cardi helped this girl. And so it makes Cardi look like a great person. Yes, she let somebody move into her house. Now what happened after they moved in? What started the altercation? Was it the trick? Nobody really knows because they were there. But there is, you know, Cardi's friends and her makeup artist are saying that basically, yes, they live together. Yes, they work together. So who's really lying?
Well, their issue, what they're trying to say is they didn't say that. They said that she messed with her, but that wasn't, you know, I guess they did a whole like live video, and and they were like accusing you of like twisting their words and saying like we didn't say
twisting
that.
Twisting their words. I put out their screenshots. Twisting their words. I put out the conversation.
Yes.
I put out the conversation. So I can't twist words. What am I going to do? Rewrite them? I put out what they wrote. So they claim that Cardi didn't know this woman. She probably knew her and passed. And now the narrative is changing. So who's lying?
Right. I mean, it's confusing to me, I'll be honest. That's why I was like, you know what? I want to talk to Tasha to get, you know, her take on this, because like I said in my other video, when Star first came out, she seemed believable to me. Then there started to be inconsistencies, and then I was like, you know what? I don't know. It's just, you know, she seemed like, you know, she's flip-flopping and embellishing the story. I'm like, some parts of it sounds real.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, look, you know, that's storytelling. You know, you're going to make it sound better. You know, but as far as the specifics, did she live with story? I mean, did she live with Cardi's facts? You know what I'm saying? Did she know Cardi's facts? But everybody's saying the narrative was she lied, she's crazy, she doesn't know Cardi, she never worked with Cardi, she never lived with Cardi.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was the narrative. Did she know Cardi? So how, if she didn't know Cardi, why is she saying all these salacious things? Now it's proven she knows Cardi. So now everybody's still skeptical about the salacious things. But at first everybody said, oh, well, she didn't know Cardi. That's what Cardi said.
Right. I think that people just want like more, like they want to have like more solid proof. Like, you know, like they want to have like the sound picture of them together. It's like weird that you would live with somebody, and you know, and I understand her story of saying like she's on paper and she's not supposed to be there, but it's like, how would somebody know if you take a picture, it's just you and your friend? How would they know like you're in New York and not in Atlanta? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, some of it is like,
and that I'll never know, but and I mean, a picture. I've had people, and from my experience being in this business for so long, you know, even before YouTube, I've had people just like Papoose' fake baby mama. She presented pictures of her and Papoose together, multiple pictures on multiple different occasions. So when she sent pictures of the baby looked just like Papoose. So now this woman has pictures. I know Papoose. This is his baby. But then once I got down to the story and I started to talk to her, that's when it came out. Oh, you're a fan. You just went everywhere that he went and got pictures.
Oh, okay. I'm not even familiar with that story.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's on my channel too. Matter of fact, I'll probably re-upload it for, you know, Flashback Thursday or some shit like that. But yeah, like a picture doesn't really prove anything, because anybody now can post a fan picture. Look what just happened with Kevin Hart and that woman kissing him on his cheek.
No, I agree that, you know what I'm saying? I understand that aspect of it, but it's like, you know, okay, you know, like, it's not guaranteed that you would have a like, you know what I'm saying, a photo with everybody you associate with or whatever. I understand that, but it's like, you know, we live in a digital age where it's like you have text messages, you have DMs, you have Facebook messages. It just was kind of odd that, you know, okay, maybe you don't have a picture, but then maybe you have, and that's not your issue really. It's just that I think, you know, an issue of why there is so much people skeptical about believing her, when it's like, yes, it has been confirmed that her and Cardi knew each other, but it's like, okay, you know, you work with people all the time, you don't really know them, so it's like, okay, is there a DM, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of what was like the issue with people like fully, you know, going on over and being persuaded that she was telling the truth. And again, you know, that's kind of,
I think people are just upset, one, that you know, they believed her in the beginning, and then when, you know, the other bloggers dropped their receipts on what they found, then it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying, what am I supposed to believe now?
Right.
So everyone is really confused on all of this. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's like that interview was scheduled whether those receipts were coming out or not. That interview was scheduled way before anybody got the screenshots from her Facebook with different dates and times and half of the narrative and exchange. Like, that was already in place. I reached out to her on September 14th. It was in motion. Once her video went viral and everybody believed her. So what I'm supposed to do is back up, because now y'all don't believe her because y'all are unsure about whether or not she's telling the story. And then when Cardi comes in, all of a sudden, Cardi's like, oh, she's lying. But then we find out that she did know Cardi after Cardi said that she didn't know her. So what are you trying to really hide here? What are you trying to stop from coming out?
Right. I don't know. It's real defamatory. I wouldn't want somebody saying those things about me.
And you know what? It is defamatory. It is defamatory. But her fight is with Star. Star was already viral from the other bloggers. I was the only blogger that did not post her
original live video.
I didn't post that. I didn't even get commentary on that. I said, well, let me go straight to her and see why she said what she said.
Right.
And that's her account. That's her truth. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't make her viral. I had no responsibility in that. She was already viral before I got her.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it just turned real messy. It's just real crazy.
Yeah.
And, you know,
it's
like...
messy. At the end of the day, like, Cardi got the power to shut this down. The girl is lying. Shut her down. You know what I'm saying? You have a team of lawyers. This is defamatory. If this wasn't real, then sue her.
Right.
She's making all these allegations. Sue her. She can't sue me.
Like, it's just crazy. Like...
That's what I'm saying. It's like, and my blog, and if I had given in to her, any celebrity could be able to come to me and tell me, don't put this out, because it's not true. I'm sorry. I'm not that type of blogger. I've chosen my lane, and my lane is to put out all sides of the story if I get them. I'm not just putting out her side. I asked Cardi for her side. I put out the stripper side, her friend's side. I put out everybody's side. And I gave my conclusion. Seems like Cardi was helping her out. It made Cardi look better, like she was the bigger person in it. She just didn't want to be affiliated with this girl for whatever reason. Right. So, go ahead. If I had taken the story, let's be honest, another blogger would have. That's the premise of it. Everybody's just upset that I got it first. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I mean, you know, it's just, you know, it was mess even about that. Like, you got it first and all of this stuff. But I don't even want to go into that narrative of swiping it. I don't know. I don't want to go into that because you already addressed that part.
Yeah, I already addressed that.
So you already addressed that, so I don't want to go into that.
It's make the best man win.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. That's a grown woman. Whoever she want to talk to, she will talk to.
So the last thing that I want to ask you, and then we could get off of this Cardi B, Star Marie thing. There was a lot of supporters of yours who felt like, you know, they didn't know which way to go. They're like, oh, I want to unsubscribe because, you know, they felt like you were being mean, and they're like, you know, I feel like she was taking it too far, and I feel like she has a vendetta. I heard you talk about in another video how you had a video where you cleared Cardi, and then you know, so I want you to talk to, or just, you know, just in closing out, if you want to talk or address it to the people who feel like, you know, you may have had a vendetta against Cardi and you may have been just being mean and, you know, things like that. I just want to know your take on that part.
And that's what I don't understand. You know, every video, people have different feelings towards every video. I just see a true video that cleared Cardi. Everybody was calling Cardi racist because she did a skit on Dr. Martin Luther King's wife, mocking his infidelities. Cardi was hired in I believe it was around 2013, to do that skit before she was famous, okay? She didn't write it. You know what I'm saying? So why would we blame her for making fun of one of our prominent leaders? And she was just hired and paid talent. But nobody came after the other wives, the actors that were black, that were making fun of it too. But they only said something because she's famous now, she's Cardi B, and she's Latina. And everybody thinks that she's a caricature of black women, but she's not. Because black women, yes, every single race has their goods and their bads, but black women, you know, we carry ourselves in a very great light. You know what I'm saying? And we're always talked down upon. We're the most targeted race out there. You know what I'm saying? As a black woman. So it's a very sensitive topic. And I basically said it for what it is. Cardi was the talent. Cardi was the talent. So if those black women have the right to make fun of Dr. Martin Luther King's infidelity, why can't Cardi make fun of that too? She was paid to do that, just like every other black cast member did during that skit. They came at me for that too. Oh, you taking up for this woman? She's not even black. She makes fun of black women. I took the heat on that. Then when I got one of the strippers that was actually there on site when Cardi was being falsely accused of, you know, throwing bottles and putting these girls in the hospital, and everybody saw them girls post pictures saying that they were fine, their faces were fine, and then all of a sudden their narrative changed. They went to the emergency room, and now they're filing a lawsuit for getting beat up by Cardi B's entourage, and they're suing Cardi. So I decided to go to somebody that was in the club that night. And not only her, but multiple people were there and saw that Cardi, it was just an argument. Those girls under the bar, and that was the end of it. It was too much security there to even get to those girls if they wanted to. So I cleared her name. But as soon as the story comes out, that they made viral. The viewers made this shit viral. But I happened to go to the source and talk to her. All of a sudden, I got this vendetta against Cardi. The only thing that pissed me off with Cardi was when she came for my credibility. This is what we're not going to do just because you did not convince me to not do this story. I caught you in a lie. You said you didn't know the girl. Now you say you know her. Now, because I won't listen to you, okay, you want to come for my credibility, that's when it got personal. But yeah, so nobody saw her come for my credibility just because she couldn't talk me out of running with that story and following that I am hater Star Marie page. And I personally saw this page post inflammatory shit. So I'm not following a page that's exposing her that's ran by one of your personal friends.
Oh, you think that was one of her friends that was running the page?
It was one of her personal friends, and I'll put that out next fucking Friday because I'm not going to make another video on this. But it was one of these personal stripper friends that was behind that page. That's why she kept saying, go to that page, go to that page. They're exposing her.
Oh,
you have vested interest in this page.
Yeah, I didn't know who it was. I just thought it was like a fan who...
No, it was one of
Cardi. I was like really invested in the story. Cardi
lied, then came back with half the truth. Star, I haven't really caught her in a lie. The only lie that I saw she told was to that other woman. And to me, I didn't take that as her throwing me under the bus, okay? She told that woman exactly what I wanted to happen. Okay? I need this exclusive to get out. So if you don't want people to think you're a clout chaser or whatever, you need to be very selective on who you do interviews with if you're not trying to catch all this backlash. But my interview needs to drop first. Okay? Period. So I was the first that came with it. Mine is going to drop first. And that's the reason why I ended up dropping it earlier, because I knew that Star wanted to do other interviews. So I had been following up on this story, doing all this homework, and I'm not just going to let somebody just come and just take my hard work. I don't care who you are, especially if you haven't put in the work. I put in years of work, so I deserve to reap the benefit of my work. I'm not going to give you anything. And people are out here thinking people just should give them stuff. No, you do your work. You do your work, me. You do your research. You record your video. You're credible. I just wanted to, you know, get your stance on it. A lot of people from our conversation prior, because, you know, I disagreed with, you know, the how far it went, and, you know, they were like, which you have the right.
Yeah, they were like,
the right to disagree.
They felt like, you know, like we were beefing now. I'm like, I feel how I feel. I do think the interview went too far, but this ain't no beef. Like, I'm not trying to catch her outside and, you know, box her or, you know, or something like that. Like, and that's what people, you know, they were coming into my live like, yeah, you know, you got, you know, like thinking like, I'm like, it's a legit beef. And I'm like, I'm not one of those type of people who, I'm not just about to make something look like, yeah, you know, it's, you know what I'm saying? No, despite how, you know, some of my subscribers might feel, because there are some of my subscribers who feel strongly about, you know, the interview, like, oh no, like she went too far. And it's like, respectfully, I have to let them, you know, have how they feel, but then on me, like, I feel this way, but it's not something where it's like, you know, I'm beefing with her, oh my God, like, you know, like I gotta do a boycott or something like that. I mean, to me, it's not on that level. It's just like, if you feel a way, you say how you feel, and then, you know.
This is a debate. I mean, it's no different from arguing about religion and politics. You have your way, you have your stance, you're entitled to that, and so am I. So at the end of the day, and we're grown women, nobody needs to be meeting nobody outside. We should be grown enough to say what we got to say and respectfully agree to disagree. So no, thank you so much for having me on, and I'm humbled that you even gave me a voice on your platform, because you didn't have to. And thank you for reaching out to get, you know, my side, my truth, and hopefully, you know, people will be able to gather what they want to gather from it and form their own opinion.
Right, and thank you also. Oh, sorry to cut you. Go ahead.
It's cool. No. I was just wrapping it up and saying thank you.
Okay, yeah, and thank you also for speaking on my platform. I do appreciate it. I appreciate you speaking on this matter because, like I said, there was a lot of stories, a lot of people coming at you from different ways, you know, and I was just like, you know what, let me ask her instead of doing another video, because, you know, I went live and they were like, talk about the TashaK thing, and I'm like, I don't really want to comment on it, you know, so I'm like, okay, when I seen more people was going in and more people was, you know, giving their input, I'm like, okay, let me just go straight to her, get her side, get her take on what she feels. So I do appreciate you for coming on my platform and speaking to me. And with that being said, the interview is now over, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in to my channel. And I want to hear what you guys have to say on the comment section. And yeah, so we're going to end it there. Peace.
All right, now I gotta go. Bye. Thank you, Nick.
All right, bye.
So, see you later.
All
okay.
right, bye. Alright guys, thank you so much. You've officially made it to the end of this interview. And if you made it to the very end of this interview, when you leave your comment, I want you to put a wine glass emoji and a half moon emoji together before your comment starts. So that lets me know you made it to the end before making a comment. And then let me know what you have to say, what your feelings are on this whole entire situation. And lastly, I want to give a final shout out to Sonia Lene.
Believe in dreams again. I believe that love will never end. And like the river finds the sea.
Definitely go and check out one of her singing covers, okay? And like I said, let her know that Neek at Night sent you. The link to her channel is in the description box below, and it's on the card above right now. You can click that and go to her channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and be sure to catch me on the next video.